You see, girly girl, there was a time in my life when I would do anything just to be seen, never really standing on boundaries or my standards because I just felt like I needed to be in the presence of someone else. But as I go through this new season of my life where I'm learning to love myself and to do things just because it feels good to me, then I want this video to be your sign where if it is that you have been settling for any reason at all, you clearly understand that you don't need to cease because you are worth way more than what you are presently settling for. I just wanted to get myself together so that I could get out of my apartment, go to the park, read my book, and just enjoy a little time with myself.
Love interrupted by tragedy, lost in the drought of nightfall, running in search of.
No, I wanted to really do this for myself today because oftentimes we are so caught up in the fact that the only reason why we want to get out of our apartments or we want to go out or do anything at all is to be seen.
Only on the negative.
And I'm just over this at this point, you guys. I want to be comfortable knowing that I can leave my apartment and I can just go somewhere to relax and just bond with myself.
But it's all the same.
And so with that, you guys, I wanted today to be one where we really just dissect the fact that we don't have to settle in order to be seen. We don't need to be in situations that permits us to lose our mind and lose ourselves just because we are hoping that somebody will acknowledge us. We are hoping that somebody will accept us. I am just over this at this point, you guys.
Drifting away from me. But did the ocean breeze pacify you? Did the palm trees sanctify you?
You guys, I remember that this was one of the number one things that I allowed myself to accept when I first entered my relationship that came to an end now, and it's the fact that I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be noticed. I wanted somebody to validate me. I really wanted somebody to validate me, and because of that I find that I settled. And most of us women, we often find ourselves in the same position where it's very easy for us to settle in situations just because we want to be called somebody's girlfriend, somebody's wife, or somebody's situationship.
Just when you think you're in control.
With that, we are just going to be going on the road today just to be ourselves, just to love on ourselves, just to pour into ourselves. So as somebody who recently got divorced, I knew I had a lot of self-improvement work to do. And me acknowledging the fact that I settled in my previous relationship and the ones before that is a major game changer for me, as I know how to now navigate my life going forward. Too many of us find that we continue to repeat the same cycle where we settle for things just because we're hoping that somebody will accept us in our day-to-day lives. And this cannot be so, especially if you're on a reinvention journey where you're trying to become your best self. I want us to get over the fact that we need to be in the presence of somebody else, or we need to accept somebody's mediocre love just because we want them in our presence, just because we are afraid of doing things by ourselves, we're afraid of loving on ourselves. And I want to break this barrier by first going out and enjoying myself, knowing that it does not take anybody at all to pour into me but me pouring into myself. Today when I decided to go out and enjoy myself by just having a really nice acai bowl, it felt so awkward but at the same time so rejuvenating, knowing that I was not seeking anybody's attention. I just wanted to love on myself and just enjoy myself in this moment without looking around every minute to find out if somebody is seeing me or looking at me attractively. I am over this at this point where we are constantly feeling as though the minute we go out to eat or just to relax or do whatever, we should be attracting the attention of a man. We want to know that we are so confident in ourselves and we are building our standards and our boundaries so high that we know that if somebody is going to approach us, it has to be something good, it has to be something worthwhile, and that we are also very much knowledgeable of the fact that if it is that this person is not up to our standard, that we don't giggle, we don't settle, we don't entertain such conversation, because we know that we are worth way more than what we may be presented with.
Did the ocean breeze specify you? Did the palm tree sanctify you? I bet the ocean breeze did advise you that you'll never find you on the run from yourself, on the run from yourself. Concrete will ship to quicksand. Just when you think you're in control, but you're not alone.
So the fact of it is true, sis. If you find yourself settling in one area of your life, best believe you will be settling in other areas as well. But if you take that time to show up and level up for yourself, then I can guarantee you that you will find that everything else will become easy once you start to put in that work to become your best self. You don't need to attract anybody just so that you can feel good about you. It is our responsibility to ensure that we take that time to pour into ourselves, love on ourselves, and do not rob ourselves of anything that we so desire, because we know that in every aspect of our lives, we deserve way more and beyond.
Hey, Naya!
And so as I'm plating this meal, you guys, I just want you to know that the last 2 days was exactly what I desired and beyond. It felt so good knowing that I had that opportunity to pour into myself and to set my standards even higher now that I have been through that divorce. I want this to be your sign, girly girl, where if it is that you have been slacking up on building up your standards and your boundaries in relationships or just your everyday life, that you start off by pouring into you. Start getting up and going out and just loving on yourself because you desire to do so. And if it is that you feel like cooking up a storm at home, girl, just so that you can represent your higher self, because as I said before, it is very important for us to show up and level up in all aspects of our lives. Hello girly girls, so we are back to close off this vlog, and when I say I am feeling so empowered. I'm feeling so motivated. I'm feeling like that woman right now. It is not funny. I really just took the last 2 days to pour into myself, as I said before, and to really put some things into perspective that I was really slacking up on. And I know most of us women may be going through the same thing as well, where we're like, oh my God, did I really enter that relationship? Did I really settle? Is this the man that I was going so crazy over with a few years ago? I can say that I know for a fact that if it's even 1 or 2 times in our lives, we can go back to say, girl, what were you thinking? So as I said before, as I'm going through this new season of my life, you guys, where I'm learning to sincerely love myself and I'm allowing God to just pour into my heart and to show me what I'm worth, then this video is a true representation of what I want my single life to be like going forward. I am not at this moment interested in dating or looking for any romantic partner. I just want to spend that moment to love on myself, pour into myself, while also ensuring, girl, that I look after my children. So with that, if you have watched any of my videos before, then you would have known that I started a single girl bucket list where everything that I've ever desired in a man, I am doing it for myself. I am working on myself by loving on me. So just to complete this video, I have 2 things in my bucket list that I literally did. And the first one was, I wrote, he inspires me to do things that I would find hard to do for myself. And I rewrote that to say, I will do something for myself that I would normally feel guilty to do. And this is where, as I said, I go out and I just spend that time with myself to eat, and coming back home, cooking this lovely romantic dinner for myself that I have been putting off for so long, girly girl. I have been putting off cooking this steak and mashed potato for so long, because living here in New York City and having to do grocery shopping, it is not for the weak. I kid you, girl, not. It's not for the weak, having to do grocery shopping here in New York City, in the middle of New York City. So I really pulled the trigger on that one. Came home and I cooked it for myself, and when I say it was so good. And that even leads me to the next one that I have, which it says, he cooks me a romantic dinner just for the 2 of us. And I rewrote that to say, I cook myself a romantic dinner all for myself. Even though I shared it with my kiddos, it is still for me, because I was not doing it because I was trying to please a man or feed a brother, girl. I was doing this for me. And so I'm going to be pasting these in my journal. So if you know, I have a journal that every single thing that I have done that I would normally look for a man to do for me, I go ahead and I paste that inside my journal, and I just write about my experience. I write how it makes me feel. I write the fact that I am very grateful that I was able to pour into myself this way. And as I said before, this is something that I would have never done in the past 10 years or before of my life. It has always been about another man and me trying to please him and become his wife and become his girlfriend, even though some of them did not fit all the criteria to the maximum as to which I was looking for in a partner. And so with that, I'm just going to spend this little moment now to document how I'm feeling, the fact that I feel so elated and so pleased and so grateful that I was able to pour into myself, love on myself, and most of all to be very much knowledgeable of the fact that I did not have to settle in any form of situation just to feel this way. And if you have not started doing that, baby girl, I really do hope that you use this video as your sign to start pouring into yourself, start loving on yourself, and become that utter best version of you. And I guarantee you when I say you don't need a man to make you feel your best self. And that is where I will leave you in today's video. My name is Octavia. Bye bye now.